Now on Wave 3 Sunrise, only a week or two away from fall, it doesn't feel that way, especially on the football field, how the 100-degree temps affected the games. And a Wave 3 exclusive, a teen is charged as an adult for an alleged rape of a teenager. Then it's time to explore the globe. Right here in downtown Louisville, we'll take you live to World Fest.
Working for you. This is Wave 3 News Sunrise.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us for Wave 3 Sunrise. I'm Jamie Weiss. You're taking a live look at downtown Louisville here in just a minute, where it's expected to be yet another hot day. I'm joined now by Wave 3 meteorologist Brian Good with just what sort of temperatures we'll be dealing with today. 3 days in a row. I think people are ready. You know, they're ready for fall, ready to end it.
Yeah, I think so. It's weird it's happening in September, too. You know, we've gone 2 months of heat and not even get this hot. So bad timing, holiday weekend. But if we're going to the pool, it's good time.
Perfect place.
Perfect place for that. Absolutely. So things are looking good here for the first part of the holiday weekend. It's the second part. It doesn't look so nice. All right, right now, Storm Cutter HD is clear. No worries about showers or storms or anything like that. It's the temperature is going to be the big story today. Already, it's 76 degrees in Louisville, 70 in Hardinsburg, and 75 at Fort Knox. We're going to heat up today, so they decided to go ahead and issue a heat advisory for just about everybody now in the viewing area until this evening. Heat index values could reach 105. The actual temperature, though, around 102. The record is 99. That record likely to go bye-bye later on today. But that's just part one of a very complicated weekend forecast. I'll explain the other part in a few moments.
Yeah, people are just looking forward to that cool down now.
Yeah,
we'll look
absolutely.
forward to that. Thanks, Brian.
Got it.
Well, obviously, those temperatures made for dangerous situations on the football field last night. About 15 Jefferson County schools and those in Oldham County pushed football games back to 8 o'clock start times to keep players safe in the intense heat. District officials say an extra half hour to let the sun go down made a big difference as the temperatures dropped a few degrees each hour. Coaches and trainers kept an eye on players and took temperature readings throughout the night. They also made sure there was plenty of water and Gatorade on hand, something parents and grandparents seem to appreciate.
Glad they pushed the game time back?
Absolutely. My son's a freshman playing on the varsity team, and I think it's very important that the coaches look out for the safety of the players, and Coach Wolf looks out for players first.
I think that sometimes we tend to don't look at the big picture, but now that we're more aware of the heat and what it can do, I think that the football teams are finally starting to come together and consider the kids.
Male coach Chris Wolf kept players hydrated all week and changed their pregame diets. He told Wave 3 it made a big difference in how the kids handled the hot temperatures. Kent Taylor and Scott Reynolds will have more on how the night went a little later in our show. But if you want to see a specific score, you can do that on wave3.com or download our new and improved Wave 3 app on your cell phone. An adult and child had to be rescued from an apartment after it caught fire early this morning. It happened at Kingswood Apartments on Westport Road. The fire department was called out around 3:30 this morning. Originally, they thought one person was stuck inside the home, then came to find out a mother and her infant were on the second floor. Firefighters had to get a ladder to get to their upstairs kitchen to get them out.
Well, the guys just laddered the window. The mother was at the window. They helped her down. She said, my child's still in there. So they went back in, found the child, and brought her out.
Both the mother and child were taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. The Linden fire chief says they are expected to be okay. This morning, a Jeffersonville High School football player is in jail, charged as an adult for raping a 14-year-old girl. Court documents tell exactly what police say 17-year-old Corey Gilbert is accused of. But it doesn't appear cases like this are unusual. Wave 3's David Williams has the exclusive details.
According to prosecutors, it began early July 22nd. Investigators say a 14-year-old girl and her two friends were visiting then 16-year-old Corey Gilbert at his Jeffersonville home.
The perpetrator asked the victim to go back into his bedroom to speak with her. She went back there and stayed a few minutes.
In those few minutes, court documents claim Gilbert forced himself upon her despite her pleas to stop.
And when she exited the bedroom, she was crying, wanted to immediately leave the house, and upon leaving, disclosed to her friends that she had been raped.
Police later picked up Gilbert at Jeffersonville High School after football practice to talk with him about the incident. Gilbert, who is now 17 years old, is charged with rape.
Well, obviously, it's especially tragic when you have a victim of a sex crime who is this young. Obviously, that has a long-lasting impact on the life of someone who's experienced that.
David Williams, Wave 3 News.
Gilbert is due in court Tuesday. If convicted of rape, he could face up to 20 years in prison. The woman who police say sparked a 2-state search after she shot her father is behind bars. Melody Sullivan was found Friday in Shepherdsville thanks to a tip. Police there say when they finally found her, she was so angry she was kicking the car, yelling and cursing. New Albany police say the 33-year-old shot her father Thursday, then prompted a 3-hour standoff at her home on Pearl Street. Officers later realized she was already on the run. Her father is expected to be fine. Thanks to an unexpected plea, a Louisville mother will now serve life in prison for killing her kids. Friday, 41-year-old Gail Kuntz pled guilty to the 2008 deaths of 4th grader Nikki and 8th grader Greg, who were shot while they slept. Kuntz then drove to the University of Louisville, where she held a counselor hostage with a loaded gun.
The thought of any child's life being taken from them in such a manner I think it would bring tears to anyone's eyes, and I'm no different.
Kuntz will be eligible for parole after 25 years. A man is in the hospital this morning after police say he fell out of the bed of a pickup truck. It happened on US 127 North in Frankfort. Police say 50-year-old Babe Moore was in the bed of the truck trying to secure a refrigerator. They say he fell from the truck when the refrigerator also tipped over into the road. Moore was flown to UK hospital with head injuries. At last check, he was in critical condition. A truck driver from Cincinnati now faces criminal charges in a June train derailment in Bullitt County. Police say 51-year-old Ricky Davis backed into the tracks, causing the June 30th derailment in Brooks. It forced 17 rail cars off the tracks. Davis is charged with wanton endangerment. We've also learned CSX is suing the Ohio company that employs Davis. All of you parents out there know how surprising the cost of school supplies can be, but did you ever think of what the teachers have to pay to make sure your kids have everything they need to learn? It can add up, which is why today those educators are getting a helping hand.
And so far, the tropical systems this year have avoided Kentuckiana, but that may not be the case with Lee. I'll explain after the break.